Topic 1. Baltimore bridge collapsed after powerless cargo ship rams into support column. 6 presumed dead. This tragedy has had the U.S. shocked, had us in a blaze. Everybody was looking up and paying attention. What is going on? Why did the boat do this? Who was behind this incident? Why are they stopping the investigation to find more survivors? If there were, why did the cars just automatically stop going onto the bridge? Well, let's get into it. As usual, I have my notes here. So, a cargo ship lost power and rammed into a major bridge in Baltimore early Tuesday, destroying the span in a matter of seconds and plunging it into the river in a terrifying collapse that could disrupt a vital shipping port for months. This is crazy. A lot of ships go through there to for products. And if you have a CDL, you drive trucks, you can also relate. For instance, if you take one road to get to this state and that's the best road you take most of the time to get your shipment and to get your pay, then all of a sudden that road is destroyed, you're going to have to find another route, and which also slows the flow of your money. 6 people were also missing. They stopped the investigations, which was crazy. The ship crew issued a mayday call moments before the crash took down the Francis Scott Key Bridge, enabling authorities to limit vehicle traffic on span, Maryland's governor said. So, for those saying, oh yeah, those cars, we're lucky that, how did the cars know that the ship was coming? Well, it was a mayday call. They alerted them ahead of time so that it gave enough time for the authorities to block the bridge. With the ship barreling towards the bridge at a very, very rapid speed, authorities had just enough time to stop cars from coming over the bridge. And this is from the Maryland governor. These people are heroes, Moore said. They saved lives. In the evening, Roland Butler Jr., superintendent for Maryland State Police, announced that the search and rescue mission was transitioning to one of the search and recovery. He also said the search was being put on pause and drivers would return to the site at 6 a.m. Wednesday, when challenging overnight conditions were expected to improve. No bodies have been recovered, Butler said. The crash happened in the middle of the night, long before the busy morning commute, the morning traffic, like people that works the first shift, they have to get up early and everything like that. Most of the people that were missing, that was part of the crew, that were missing were part of the construction crew. They were filling potholes in the bridge, and yeah, this situation was crazy. And the Washington, man, I'm not even gonna mention the Washington thing, but Executive Vice President of Bronner Builder said the crew was working in the middle of the bridge when it came down. This was completely unforeseen. He said, we don't know what else to say. We take such great pride in safety. We have cones and signal and signs and lights and barriers and flaggers. A police dispatcher put out a call just before the collapse saying a ship has lost its steering and asked officers to stop all traffic on the bridge, according to Maryland Transportation Authority. See what I'm saying? First responder traffic radio obtained from broadcastify.com. One officer who stopped traffic radioed that he was going to drive onto the bridge to alert the construction crew, but seconds later, the officer was like, the bridge just fell down. Like, everybody, the whole bridge just collapsed. On a separate radio channel for maintenance and construction workers, someone said officers were stopping traffic because the ship had lost steering. There was no follow-up order to evacuate, and 30 seconds later, the bridge fell and the channel was silent. There was the construction workers, there was no, communication. I relate to this because I work in a news station. And sometimes when we're live and I have to cut into things into breaks and promos and etc. and drop some breaks in order to get live, and everybody has to, be on the same page. Sometimes people would just cut breaks without telling anybody, right? And then you have to do the math and do all of that. So miscommunication is a terrible thing in the workplace. They was like, losing this bridge would devastate the entire area as well as the entire East Coast. The Senator Johnny Saling said, because it will. That was a main transport. And like I said earlier, for CDL drivers, if you're taking this road to get to a certain area, like I'm going to say I-75, right? If you're taking that, but all of a sudden I-75 shuts down, you have to go a whole nother route. Even though you take that road is fast enough for you to get to, your destination, and the money is flowing. But the captain of the boat that hit the Baltimore bridge was from Ukraine. The harbor master was also on the boat. No power equals no steering. Investigation is currently on the way. Before going into theories, usually the captain only supports the pilot who controls the vessel until out to sea. Most likely an American would be in control of the ship, not in control of the power cut. They are captains and on deck. Loss of power would come from below, and law enforcement are investigating who those were. Captains are responsible for the crews. The ship is old and different, but it has a power plant. They all do. For some reason, they stopped using tugboats at that harbor. It will eventually change. It is the harbor pilots that steer ships into and out the harbor. The harbor master provides navigation, command guidance. Most pilots are guides. Records also show that he was not the captain at the time of the incident. He had been captain weeks before. But that's pretty much what I had. The bridge also spans the P River. I call it the P River because it's hard to pronounce. Patapsco. I don't want to get it wrong. The Patapsco River at the entrance to the busy harbor, which leads to the Chesapeake Bay and Atlantic Ocean. Like I said, this is an important This is an important bridge. See what I'm saying? And it also opened in 1977. What say you? What are y'all thoughts on this whole Baltimore bridge situation? Is this crazy? The whole Ukraine conspiracy? I did put that to rest. We don't want anybody jumping the gun until all the factors are coming out. We're still having more information getting let out. And the more I dig into this and ask people that's actually from that area and know more about the shipments and stuff, we will have more information. Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions, go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.